Okay, Asphalt 8 and Asphalt 9. This is my review on these two games. This is Asphalt 8. I love this game. I accidentally, when I got a new phone, reset my profile so it started me over completely and I lost all my progress. Which really stinks. So now I've got to completely start this game over. But I will say that's okay. This game's still fun even when you're playing with the basic cars. Now Asphalt 9, which is the brand new one, I hate everything about that game. There's just way too much stuff going on. You've got to buy card packs with real money to get blueprints or collect blueprints from races, and you collect all these prizes, and it's constantly prompting you to do this and prompting you to do that. The races are extremely short. The cars all drive like crap in my opinion. I just absolutely hate everything about Asphalt 9. I'm sure you've played mobile games before where you're just bombarded with junk you have to do instead of just being able to play the simple game. There's a million and one things going on that you have to do this and do that and collect this and collect this and just tap the screen a million times to get past this screen and past that screen. That's what they did with Asphalt 9. There's so much unneeded junk on that game, it's unbelievable. As to where this game, you race, you earn credits, and you can buy new cars with the credits. You don't have to collect the blueprints, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. This game is just straightforward, it's simple, it's a blast, the cars drive awesome. I love everything about this game, except for if you're, of course, all these games want to make money, and it's hard to get a lot of the higher end cars without spending real money. But there's some you can get without spending real money if you play for long enough. And like I was saying, even on the lower end cars, like this is the very first car you get. And you know what? This car is a lot of fun. All the cars are a lot of fun to drive. I almost screwed up there. I gotta relearn these tracks again. It's been a couple years since I've actually played because I accidentally started over and now I'm starting off again on my brand new account. I just reinstalled this game on this phone today and it looks like I've only been through a couple of races. So I pretty much, after I restarted my whole account by mistake, I must have quit playing right away because I don't have very much progress in this game at all. But if you watch me play this game and play a couple tracks, you can just kind of get the idea of how fun this game actually is. Now once I've got nitrous and I crash into an enemy, I can destroy their car. If I don't have my nitrous going and I crash into an enemy, I might crash, especially if they have nitrous going on. Now if you tap the brakes and go to steer, you can drift around all the corners and stuff, and as you drift, it fills up your nitrous bar. When you hit big jumps, it fills up your nitrous bar. So that's one of the cool things about this game. There's all kinds of stuff you can do to get more nitrous. And you can do tricks in the air and all kinds of junk. But drifting can really get you around a lot of corners a lot faster. Here I'm going to do a big spin. Oh, and I crashed into something. I have no idea how I just crashed. Every once in a while something like that happens and it's not really explainable. There was no reason for my car to have crashed on that. As far as I could see, there wasn't. I gotta get the hang of playing this again because it's been so long. Usually I smoke all these guys. Oh, I just tried to crash him and failed. Now another thing I don't like about Asphalt 9 is the tracks were all so short. Like most of those races, some of them were like 10 or 20 second races on these crappy little tracks that I didn't like any of the tracks either. For this game, you have actual racetracks where you go laps. Sometimes you might do 2, 3, or 4 laps on a racetrack. In every match, every race on this lasts a little while. I mean, none of them are like crazy long, but they're not super short either. I mean, the super short races just aren't fun to me. I like a nice, not real long, but I'd like to spend a couple minutes, somewhere between 2 and 5 minutes, racing on a race. I don't want to do these 1 minute races and stuff like that. They're just so short. Feels like you're just getting going and you lose. Alright, so now it's asking me to double my credits by watching an ad. I'm going to tell you what, you should probably do that. I'm not going to do it this time, but you should probably double your credits when you get a chance to watch an ad and do that. That way you can buy a lot of cars a lot faster. So that's kind of a nice thing. It never used to ask you to double your credits. It's kind of annoying, but at the same time it's kind of nice. The other games do that as well, which is one of the things I didn't like about them. Class D, new event. Okay. Knockdown. So that means the whole idea of this is to crash other cars. So whoever crashes the most cars by the time the time limit runs out wins this series. I'm not sure if Asphalt 9 has events like that or not either. All I did was regular racing. I mean, it was so overly complicated though. I played it for about 20 or 30 minutes and I hated it from the first race. Like, as soon as I started off, I was like, man, I do not like this game. And I figured, okay, well, I'm just going to play it a little more. I'm going to give it a chance. You know, don't judge it by the first couple races. But after about half an hour of playing it, I was just so disgusted with it. I just uninstalled the game and I was completely done with it. I mean, it's a horrible game in my opinion. Why they couldn't have made it more like this is beyond me. So I need to crash these cars. I missed. And unfortunately, I'm not doing very well. Wow, I'm doing really bad. I used to be able to smash these cars to pieces really easily. Like I said, I haven't played in a long time, and I need to get back into the swing of things. Because right now, my opponent's crashed one, and I've crashed one. See, I should have got several by now. But I keep screwing up my controls. There, oh, I should have got that guy. I don't know why. Okay, there's 2. So now I've got 4, and he's got 2. There we go. It'll definitely take me a minute to get back into this game and doing well again. There we go. Now I'm getting the feel for this event again. But I don't know. I mean, this is just a really fun game. I mean, I love almost everything about this game. The only real complaint I can ever remember having about this is the oncoming traffic. It's really hard to avoid a lot of this oncoming traffic. And you might have had a perfect race and you're on the last stretch where you're like 10 seconds away from winning the match. And all of a sudden, here comes an oncoming car out of nowhere that you really can't avoid. And bam, you hit it and you crash. And all the other cars pass you and you come in last place. That happens somewhat often, I guess, on this game. And it's really upsets you. But besides that, I mean, that's really my only complaint on this. The oncoming traffic's a little bit too hard to avoid. And your phone, if you're playing it on a regular phone, the screen's so small it can often be really hard to see that oncoming traffic. I totally missed that guy when I should have hit him. Now, if you were playing on like I also have this game on my PC on Windows, but since it's for Windows and it's not for my phone, it's actually completely different. Like it didn't have the same cars and whatnot. But I think I have a lot more progress on my Windows version of this than I do on my phone version because I accidentally started the phone version over. On the PC, I can play this with my Xbox controller, but it's not so hard to see that oncoming traffic on a 17-inch PC screen. To where this little 5-inch or 6-inch phone screen, it's really hard to see that oncoming traffic. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my review on these. Asphalt 8's amazing. It still is. Even starting over, I mean, I'm having fun playing this. Asphalt 9, I did not like it at all from the start. And as the more I played it, the more stuff I started to hate about it. Alright, so that's my opinion on these games. So I'm gonna stop playing now and end this video, but yep, definitely get Asphalt 8. Try out the others if you really want to, but I do not like them at all. Not one bit.